Hey everyone, how's it going? Let's do a quick update here for Wednesday's MLB, the baseball algorithm, and also I'd like to talk about how to update lineups because I've had a question for people who are using Apple or Mac devices and not using Google Chrome. When you try to grab the lineups from RotoWire, you might not be able to get them in the right format. They might not paste properly. So basically, what you can do is you need to simulate this information, the pitcher, the roster name, and the order. You need to simulate that information and paste it below where this table would be. So you could actually just type them in because these are formulas over here. So if you went on to the actual RotoWire website and wrote this stuff in and pasted it down here, this is how you would get it, and it would fill itself in automatically. If you type somebody's name wrong and you don't get their abbreviation right, you end up getting an error right here. But you can do this manually if you don't have the table. So that means if you cannot get any of this information here, right? This is like, say this is gone completely. You refresh this, you have to regenerate all the information in the table, right? In this area right here. So that's how you do it. That's kind of the way that the lineups are connected to everything, is you have to fill this area in. So that being said, let's talk about today. Let's talk about my wagers. So I decided to do today with a little over a $50 bet, $57 bet, was to really play the extremes of what the algorithm is predicting today and find really, really fantastic lines on specific outcomes that the algorithm is saying are going to happen. Now, this is very, 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 very high-end stuff that you are not going to hit all 7 of these. If I hit all 7 of these, that's a once every 5 years if you're going to hit 7 of these. But you don't have to hit 7 to make money. And we'll talk about the picks and talk about, for example, if you go 4 and 3, there's only 7 of these. If you go 4 and 3, right, you just lose 3 of these games, you still more than double your money. You make almost 200% actually in your money. And if you go 3 and 4, you're only losing 36%. So as you can see, getting half of these right will result in winning, and then it really starts to pay out exponentially. If you go 5 and 2, look at that, $770. So what did I wager? Why did I pick these games? Well, Yankees in Oakland over 14.5. That game has started out with some offense for Oakland, and the Yankees are supposed to score anyway. So I just took an extreme over in that game based on how that game started. All right, that's right here. Says this game could be about 7-2. Oakland's already got 3, and it says the Yankees could get more runs here. So basically, I just took that. Now that's not fully consistent with the algorithm, but I'm playing an extreme over in a game that looks like it has some offense and some wind blowing out. Sorry, 7 wind blowing right to left there. Actually, it's not blowing out. This game is actually 7-2. Sorry, not 8-1. 7-2. So maybe I shouldn't have bet that one. Houston minus 2.5. That one I'm a little more confident about. So that says with Verlander going, this game is going to be a 4-2-ish type game, but with the wind in New York on the Google sheet here it's 8 mile/hour out. Then this game gets up to 5-2. So Houston wins this game by 3 in this scenario. So that's the one that I took. All right, because it pays fantastic, plus 210. Texas is supposed to win 7-4. So Texas minus 2.5, that's right here. Okay, 7-4 or 5-3. So we're cutting it close, but we're going for the big payout. That's why we have it on there. Detroit and San Francisco over 11.5. So in that game, you've got a projected score of 9.9 runs there without the wind. And then when you look at what's going on, supposedly San Francisco, well, it's not that warm at only 55 degrees. 10 mile/hour out gets this game to 12 runs. So I bet over an 11.5 runs. A great line of plus 300. Atlanta minus 2.5. Atlanta is right here. They're supposed to beat Philadelphia 5-2-ish with the wind and everything. That game is right here in Philadelphia. 9 mile/hour. It says Atlanta wins this game 7-3. So I took them minus 2.5 at a really good line. Then you have 2 unders in the Boston, Toronto, and Miami St. Louis game, pretty under. You can see why when you look at these 2 games. Miami St. Louis predicting a 2-2 type tie, really great pitching matchup. So I went under 6.5 in that game. In the Boston game, or sorry, under 5.5 in this game. I really stretched it there. I'm really looking for a very low scoring game there. And then the Boston Toronto game is under 6.5 because you have Manoah going, who pitches great. It's supposed to keep this game. You can see this is 6 point, this is a 4-2, 3-2 game. If you look at what Win does in the Google sheet, it is about 4-2, I believe. Yep, still 4-2 because you're in a dome. So that's what I did. Just extreme stuff today. And if you hit one of these, you're good for the whole season. But we'll see if we can go at least 4-3 or better. And it's fun rooting for these because when you're really pulling for a game like this and you've got a lot of winners on here, it's just immense payouts off of a very small wager. So that is the baseball update. If you'd like to subscribe for 30 days, you get access to the Google sheet, which is here. As I update it throughout the day, and the day of purchase, you get the Excel file as well. All right. So good luck, everybody. May all your picks be winning.